Hello everyone, and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode of Friday Night Pioneer, I'm gonna play a Pioneer Scapeshift deck. Now this deck was really up and coming ever since, I think, Final Fantasy released the Wandering Minstrel. This gave Pioneer a second Splunking type effect, an Amulet of Vigor effect, where lands enter the battlefield untapped no matter what, which makes Scapeshift an insane card when combined with Lotus Field, because when it comes in, it just gets us 3 mana right away. So imagine if we have Scapeshift and sacrificing 4 whatever lands and bring in 4 Lotus Fields, they will immediately add 4 times 3 is 12 mana to our mana pool. Then, of course, we had to sacrifice 2 lands each for each Lotus Field, which basically sacrificed our whole hand, or so whole land. But that's totally fine, because with those 12 mana, we can play cards like Lumra, activate Aftermath Analyst, activated ability, and just bring all the lands back from our graveyard, counting the lands that we sacrificed on the Scapeshift and the Lotus Fields that died. And then if we have extra lands, we'll sacrifice them to the Lotus Field to keep those Lotus Field. But even if we don't, even if we have just those 8 lands, well, those 4 Lotus Fields that came back gets us another 12 mana. The 4 lands that came back gets us another 4 mana, and we can, keep this cycle going for as many Lumra and as many Aftermath Analysts we have in our hand. Now, you might think, that's limited, right? How many can you have in your hand? Well, what if one of those land is a Port of Karfell? A Port of Karfell says, pay 6 and tap it, so that can be 7 mana. Sacrifice this land and mill 4 cards to return a creature from our graveyard to the battlefield. So, if instead of bringing back, let's say, 4 Lotus Field, we bring 3 Lotus Field and 1 Port of Karfell. Well, that's already gonna chain infinitely to bring back Lumra constantly every time, netting us a little bit of mana each time. And that's what makes this deck insane, because basically, by doing that, we can mill our whole deck, and then the last time we activate our Port of Karfell, we're not even going to bring back Lumra. We'll just bring back Thassa's Oracle, and we milled our whole deck. There's no more there's no more cards in our deck. Thassa's Oracle's activated or triggered ability triggers, the ETB ability triggers, and we win the game from there. So that's an instant win as long as we have either Minstrel or Splunking out. Now, there's a lot of ways to remove a Minstrel or a Splunking, but most decks don't run away to remove both Minstrels and Splunkings. So, if they're aggro decks, we can just stick a Splunking, and they don't really deal with our enchantments. If they're control decks, or they're, they have a lot of disenchant abilities, they're not really going to be too careful about a Minstrel. And even if they are, right, having 8 of these in the deck makes that it hits critical mass in such a way that we will be able to churn through the whole deck and just win from there. So that's kind of the whole idea. Now, we have other cards that kind of back that up with card draws, like Stock Up, with tutor abilities like Nature's Rhythm, and then we have Nissa, Resurgent Animus, in case we don't have enough lands or enough mana. Every time we Scapeshift or Lumra or Aftermath Analyst, we're going to get a lot of mana from the Nissa's landfall trigger as well. So all that kind of really ties together an incredibly strong deck, and because a lot of our a lot of our tricks are in the lands, it's even difficult for most of our control opponent to interact with. We have Mistrise Village to make sure that our opponent can't counter our Scapeshift for our one big turn. We have Otawara and Takenuma to make sure that we can get a creature back from our graveyard if we need to, or bounce almost any permanent our opponent may have. And we have Adventures In, constantly cycling this, or constantly, sacrificing and bringing it back, gets us a lot of life, along with also Broker's Hideout. Broker's Hideout, even it's supposed to get us a forest or an island, but even if they don't do that every time it comes back into play by our Lumra's effect, well, it's going to give us at least 1 life. But one life doesn't seem that much, but when you trigger that infinitely with Port of Karfell, we also have infinite life. So this whole deck is really, really strong. One of my biggest fear about this deck is there too many triggers that are going to rope out, and that's what I'm here to find out today. So let's talk about the whole deck list. So I don't want to say turn 1, because it's not really a turn 1 deck, right? So early game, what we want to do is Glimpse the Core to ramp us, or falling short of that, we can play a Minstrel or an Aftermath Analyst just to have things on board. We don't really care if our opponent gets rid of them or answer them, because we have critical mass, and even if, unlike the old landfall decks, even if our Aftermath Analyst gets killed, we can always bring it back with Port of Karfell. So you kill it, it's fine. And then turn 3 mana, not turn 3 mana, we want to stick Nissa, and again, just like the Aftermath Analyst, we can throw out Nissa. If they kill her, they kill her. If they don't, they die. They lose the game real quick and don't deal with Nissa. We also can throw out one of the 4 Spelunkings. That's probably the dream scenario. Turn 3, throw out a Splunking, put another land, and turn 4, we might have 5 or 6 mana and win the game from there. We also have, 3 Stock Up. Stock Up is just that good in drawing us the cards that we might need. And then turn 4 mana, we have Scapeshift, and then Scapeshift will get us all the mana we need. And Scapeshift is not sack 4 lands and give 4 more lands. It's sack 4 lands, give 4 Lotus Fields, and Lumra immediately after that. So this deck can pretty much win on turn 4 if we hit the right curves. And even if we don't hit that exact card, right? Scapeshift, remember, if we get just 4 Lotus Fields, because it says search for any lands, so we're definitely getting those Lotus Fields, as many as we can out of our deck. That's 12 mana. We can spend 8 of those 12 mana to play Nature's Rhythm and get the Lumra out anyways. So the Tutor is very good effect in doing that. The Nature's Rhythm, if it's in a graveyard, we can spend 10 mana, right? It's just harmonize, spend 10 mana, and get Lumra out from our deck as well. So Nature's Rhythm is an insane card in a deck because if you have infinite mana, this is like a double Tutor effect. And then finally, we have one Thassa's Oracle is the Wincon. That's the only reason why it's in the deck. And then we talk about our lands. So we got 1 island, 4 forests. That's our basic lands that we will dig out with Broker's Hideout. That's our basic lands package. But then we have Botanic Sanctum and 4 Hedge Mace. This is to help us, either have an early fast land or dig through our deck. And then we have 1 Castle Galbraith. This means that for 5 mana, we can play Lumra, which is very important. We have 1 Mistrise Village to stop our opponent from countering us, 1 Otawara, 1 Takenuma, and 2 Boseiju. Boseiju is very good. We can pop all of our opponent's lands if we've got nothing else to do, or we can destroy their artifacts or enchantments. And we have the main theme of the deck, Port of Karfell, right? 4 Port of Karfell to make sure that we can bring back Lumra from the graveyard. 4 Lotus Fields to get us at any mana we need and also sacrifice our lands. 3 Echoing Deeps to copy a land. Echoing Deep to copy a land, and a lot of times the Echoing Deep is going to copy Lotus Field so that we can sacrifice more lands. We want our lands to come in as sacrificed lands because when we then sacrifice Port of Karfell to bring back Lumra, we bring back a lot of lands as well. And we also have the Adventures in to gain life, 2 Area Archway to kind of bounce lands, and when Area Archway comes in, we can bounce our channel lands and use them for their channel abilities. And then after that, when we play Lumra, or when we reanimate Lumra, it all comes back into play. And we have 1 Sunken Citadel. Now, every time you get the Sunken Citadel, name black, because we want this to activate Port of Karfell, and Port of Karfell requires 2 black mana. So sometimes you'll forget that you need to tap your Lotus Field for black. This deck doesn't have swamps, so you need the Sunken Citadel to do just that. Now, I talk a lot about this deck, but it's really only fair to see it in action. So let's go into the games. Alright, our opponent is Fenris, Eternal Taskmaster. Well, he is Eternal, and we're going first. Got the Portlandia. I guess. I don't know. Splunking seems kind of bad. Actually, I don't even know if I get... Well, I will get to play Splunking. I don't know if I want to play Splunking. Oh well. He is a Taskmaster, so... Let's see how Taskmaster he is. Ooh, look at those Gorgons. No, not Gorgons. What are they called again? The Gorgons? Gordina. Taco Burrito Gordillas. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing, but our opponent is taking a while for their mulligan. Here's Portlandia. And we got a little fairy. Oh, God. Damn it! Always a turn 1 Thoughtseize. Well, now what do we do? Guess we will play a land and just say go, unless we got Thoughtseize bugged. Yeah. He probably takes Glimpse here. It makes the most sense. Splunking is a good card, but I don't know how good. Big Glimpse. We didn't get Thoughtseize bugged, but we also didn't get anything to play. Boseiju. Is Boseiju a good land? Yes. Good enough land, I guess. Because I'm gonna Spelunk. I'm gonna Spelunk it up. 2 lands, nothing, huh? Then we will Spelunk it up. What are you gonna do? Counter my Spelunking with your black mana? Draw a card, put in a Lotus Field. And we'll sack. 2 lands. Do we sack the port? That's difficult, right? I don't want to sack the port. I mean, let's play Nisa and have her die. She will eat it. Because if she doesn't eat it, we get to Lumra next turn. Yeah, she ate it. Alright, turn 3. What's going on here? Yeah, this costs way too much for me to bring it back. Gaia Reach. And a Liliana.
A fight? And you think you can win? I'm tired of your secrets.
I mean, I don't think I get to play the Lotus Field. This is... It's not great. But I guess we have to play it. Maybe it was right to keep the Lotus Field. It's hard to say. Definitely not drawing my best here. Make me sack the Wandering Minstrel. I don't even care about that.
Must be made.
But all my lands are swamped now. Hopeless Nightmare. Make me discard Lumra. Now what am I gonna draw? Okay, untap a land. And we surveil. Otawara. I'll keep that to the top. I do need a land. This costs 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can do it next turn. Now, they could make me draw a card. But if he does make me draw a card, I am just going to Otawara his ass. Actually, I don't know if I can do that. No, I don't get to do that. Well, it is what it is. I do need to draw a land, but every land I draw is untapped, so because of Splunking. So I do have that going for me. He is filling up my graveyard as well, which is helping me. Yeah, Spelunking, second Spelunking here would not have helped me. So I don't mind tossing that. But man, immediately facing a discard deck with this deck is not fun. Alright, what can I actually draw here? Each player, meaning you.
Don't overthink things.
What can I draw? Is it gonna be trash? Come on, fingers crossed. This deck has like 20-something lands, so I mean, don't most decks? Not anymore. Not in today's world. Especially in Pioneer, I think most decks run like 18, 19 lands, because everyone's playing fast decks. He is roping. Look at this. Destroy all creature. I don't remember this card at all. Alright, Ritual Suit. There's 2 Ritual Suit. That turn 1 Thoughtseize was beyond annoying. Oh look, a Portlandia. Well, guess what? It's a pretty good card to have. So, no 4. And we will return Lumra. And those 4 more. And we return all the lands. Yeah, that's what's up. We get a Broker's Hideout first. So we will get a land into play. Aftermath Analyst. No, I don't think I need that. I also don't think I need that. How many lands? 34, huh? You gotta be careful with the Gaia Reach, though. I'll return a land back to my hand. What do I return? The Lotus Field? I already played a land this turn, so maybe we return either the Otawara or the Takenuma. I think we return the Takenuma here. And we'll sacrifice 2 lands. Sacrifice the... not the full Seiju. Sacrifice this. Can I actually go into full control mode? No. Okay, too late. So I have to sacrifice 2 lands. Yes, yeah, I will sacrifice full Seiju, it's fine. Okay, so that's the air archway is helping me channel this. And I get to return a card. Nisa's pretty good, but I'll return the Aftermath Analyst. And I'll put the Aftermath Analyst out there. No, another 3. And we're just going to end our turn right here. My mana isn't infinite yet, so I gotta be careful. And he could definitely make me exile my graveyard, so I will lose the Nature's Rhythm. There's a lot to consider here. It's for all creatures with mana value 0 or less. Well, what if I don't have creatures with mana value 0 or less? Ever thought about that? What do I want to have it return as? Port of Karfell or Lotus? I don't need another Lumra, it's legendary. Don't need an air archway. And I gotta sacrifice 2 lands, so sack these 2 forts. And I sacrifice 2 more lands, so I guess I'll sacrifice the Boseiju and the Maze? I can sacrifice these 4. I really need the 4. Okay.
One of your friends has to leave.
It's 25 cards left. I still have a port. How are you going to fight that port? I should have sacrificed the air archway, honestly. That was a mistake. Fast 2 attackers. There's too many things going on with this deck for me to keep track of. Kind of the hallmark of a broken deck. Alright, let's return Lumra. I will have it return as a... has to be from the graveyard. Oh, didn't want to play it out? GG. You made me discard a bunch of cards. Shouldn't that be scary for you? Alright, our opponent is Shadow. Well, we're gonna have to fight the Shadow dude. He's got Gorgon Eyes and he gets to go first. We got Glimpse. We're gonna have to make this work. There's not much going on in our hand. There's Scapeshift. Probably getting exiled or getting Thoughtseize. Nature's Rhythm. Ooh, do I want to keep a Nature's Rhythm? I do have enough lands. And Nature's Rhythm is a very good way, assuming I don't get Thoughtseize right away, it's a very good way to get the card I want out. So let's Thoughtseize it up. Thoughtseize it up. Let's glimpse it up. Actually, it's funny because I don't have the Minstrel here. Kind of need the Minstrel. Or a Splunking. It is critical mass for a reason. Field of Ruin is hilarious. Unholy Annex. Yeah, you do you, buddy. There's Portlandia. Alright, what do we do here? I think I want to play the port. No, it's just tapped. I think I want to play Otawara then. He's probably gonna die though. Whereas if I Scapeshift... it's kind of tricky. I can also stock up for the Minstrel. No. Just gonna do it right here. I'm gonna start singing songs. Kill my Minstrel at your peril. Or don't kill my Minstrel at your peril. Minstrel's here to die. As obviously shaped by the fact that I digged for him. Shieldred. Well, card drawing just got a little bit scarier. Okay, I could Scapeshift here. Let's see if Scapeshift worked the way I think it does. Resolve. Let's search for Lotus. Any way for me to remove Shieldred? No, let's take the in. And we'll take maybe a port. Maybe Takenuma. I'll take another port. Let's resolve it that way. So I gain the life. I'll use this to add green. And I'll tap this, resolve. I gain the 2 life. And I have to sack 2 lands. Use resolve, and I sack 2 more lands. And I will play Lumra. Why did he die? I don't know why my Lumra just... Oh, because I don't have any lands. Let's see. We'll add... run out of time, too. What the hell? Wow. That's just mean. Ran out of time. Green. Colorless and a land. And I'll resolve and sacrifice 2 Lotus fields. 6. Oh, I need to pay an extra. Let me get Lumra. All my lands come back up. I will have to get Auto Water. Echoing Deep, copying Maze. Let the Echoing Deep die. Surveil. Yeah. Blue. Green. Black. Alright. Tap for green. Tap for blue. Okay, so resolve by sacrificing these lands. And we'll resolve by sacrificing these lands. I can't play the port because I already played the port, so do the Aftermath Analyst. How many? 20? Oh man, this is hard to mill out the whole guy. Return all the lands. Echoing Deep, you can copy the port. And I'll have... There's 2 out of water. I'll have this Echoing Deep die. Alright, Broker's Hideout. Give me a land. I would like to add... Am I still in full control mode? Blue. Black. That's black. Blue. Black. Blue. Black. Blue. Green. And I'll have to sacrifice 2 lands. So we'll resolve by sacrificing 2 Lotus fields. And we'll also sacrifice... Well, hold on. Let me tap all these lands first. Mill 4 more, and let me return a Lumra. I'll keep the untap one. mill 4 more. And then I'll return Echoing Deep, copying the port. Echoing Deep, also copying the port. I just need the ports. Choose a legendary permanent. What am I choosing? Okay. Don't need any of those. Broker's Hideout, give me my last land if I have any. Do I have any? I do have a land. Green. No Spelunking, please. No Scapeshift, please. Green. Blue. Blue. Black. 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 Blue. Ah, this is I'm roping. Yeah. That's not gonna let me choose, huh? Yeah, it's not gonna let me choose. It's gonna do the worst. I still have 7. I can do it on his turn. You know what? You're gonna be like, make it like that. I'll make it like that. I think our opponent left. This was a solitaire game. I don't think it works that well on Arena, to be fair. But, you know, there's 7 cards left, and I do have Thassa's Oracle. So I just gotta mill my whole deck and hope he doesn't make me draw. So here's how it works, right? I sack the port and bring back a Lumra. That one Lumra kills the other Lumra. Well, I'll bring every land back along with the ports and the 2 Lotus fields. Each Lotus field will sacrifice itself, well, and some other lands. And then I'll basically go up on mana while having the 4 land again. And then we'll keep doing that until we mill the whole deck, and then we, you know, EDH win him with the Thassa's Oracle. And that's the whole game. I have a lot of cards in the deck to dig out for the combo, but I think is it QQ that taps all my mana? It doesn't do it unless I have priority, I guess. He's looking at my Lumra and roping out his turn. He's looking at my Lumra again and he's going for the throw. Okay, you killed my Lumra. That's a thing you can do. Yeah, it's fair. He gets that rope, right? Because I am. Yeah, attack for 4. I ain't blocking. Good job. You dealt 4 damage. Hope you're proud. Do I not have... Because I roped out, I don't have responses. That's lame. That's really lame. Beautiful. Second main. Okay. No withdrawal. It's fine. Wait, how many minstrels do I have left? 1, 2, 3. I have 1 more minstrel. Sure, let's tap Nisa. She doesn't need to be untapped for this. There's a minstrel. All my lands will come into play untapped. Does it? Well, I don't have 2 black? That's insane. Did I do this wrong? My god. Alright, well, I have enough for a stock up. Those are the lands I have? Okay, let's get that and a Sunken Citadel. Let's name black. And we will add black thanks to Nisa. Alright, let's bring back... I can just bring back Torkoal now. My devotion to blue is 3. And I have no library, so... GG! That was a game. Ugh. That would have been funny if I fumbled that one. Alright, our opponent is Osidax. Osidax. Letting us go first. Archway, Echoing Deep. That's real lame. I'm gonna keep, but it's real lame. Like I don't know. I am playing this deck for a reason, so let's see if any of these things do anything at all. To the top, huh? Alright, if I draw a green source, I can Splunking this turn. Mardu. I don't draw a green... Okay. I mean, I could play this out, but it's really awkward, right? This hand is so bad. Still no green source. I don't actually think it matters that I have those mana. Can't use them for anything. Dinosaurs. We'll stock up. Finally, we'll get some not useless lands. I say that, but they're kind of useless still. I gotta score a card? Jeez. I mean, I had 3 Minstrels a little much. Ah, not gonna play anything. That's very interesting. Well, first we drop a land. Now I could... I think we stock up here. And we put a land into the battlefield. Resolved by sacrificing these 2. I could Splunk again. I think I will. We get to put another land onto the battlefield. And I'll play the Minstrel. He can kill the Minstrel. I don't really care. We get the Lumra turn next, right? Oh, again? But they have black. No. Okay. Not a Quintorius. No, they named dinosaurs. This could just be a big a Mardu dinosaur? No way, right? Boros dinosaur? Also not seeing that. So I think it is just Quintorius. Oh, nothing. Nothing's real fun for me. I mean, what do I actually return back, though? Error Archway... Echoing Deep. None of these actually do much. I think we tap for all these mana. And we Scapeshift first. Sacrificing these 3. And we will get some lands that do stuff. For once. Alright, we need Takenuma. We need Port. Do we need Takenuma? Let's get a Lotus field. It did not. Let's see. Add green. Add blue. Add black. And resolve by sacrificing these 2. Then we can play Lumra. No 4. Then I return all the lands. Echoing Deep should copy a Port. Get a land into play. Oh, GG. Didn't want to sit through this, huh? Yeah, I would not want to sit through that either. Good game. Alright, our opponent is Princess Lily. He is an ambitious princess. Not even Princess Keene. Okay. This time, at least we have a green source. Hedge Mace. I do like a Lumra. Lumra is probably the main card of the deck. We're getting Thoughtseize? No, we're getting... What is it, zombies? We're getting zombied. I got no words. Let me glimpse. Stitcher Supplier. There's some zombie deck. Wow, where are we? He's amassing zombies. Jeez, we're getting aggro down real quick, huh? Yeah, let's throw out Minstrel. We're gonna need that. Tap this. We will play a Lotus Field, sack 2 lands. Am I using this for anything? Green? I can Pulsage you something. Can I? I can Pulsage use his lands. It's not. That's not great. Let's just Nature's Rhythm for 2. And we'll get ourselves an Aftermath Analyst, which will mill 3. Echoing Deep. Can't really copy anything good. He's got a Death Toucher. I'm at 16. He's got a Fight Spell. No, just come Poke. Oh, I'm at 15. This isn't Death Touch. None of these are Death Touch. Right? They don't somehow gain Death Touch? No. I don't know. What just happened? I'm like playing against freaking choice deck right here. Okay, well let's Aftermath Analyst. Let's return the Lotus Field, I guess. So we get to sack some lands. Arid Archway. Gotta tap everything. Sacrifice 2 lands. We'll sacrifice the Archway and Adventures in. Go to Splunking first. Can put this into play as a Adventures in. Gain me a little bit of life. I'm at 22 now. I can play this. I cannot play it. So I only have 5 mana. I kind of screwed up, huh? This is going to be 1 mana only. Alright, well I'm at 22. It's not like I'm dying. So, Port and Lotus Field. I already played a land, I think. I did already play a land. The Minstrel would just kill itself because it's legendary. Boseiju doesn't do much. I don't have enough lands in the graveyard. There's only 2. Alright, they're all coming in. I'm not risking my Minstrel. I don't know what he has. I do have a lot of mana. And the way this deck works is with Lotus Field and Port. So I can have Inter as a Lotus Field. I guess it's something. I'll tap this for blue. Just for green. Oh, it just used up my mana for blue for no reason. Thanks, deck. That's nice. I mill 4. I get some lands, I guess. I gain that 2 life. Yes, that's a card I want. Return a land back to my hand. Which one's the Echoing Deep? I don't want a Glimpse, although that's kind of all I have. Green, green, green. So I can only Glimpse and nothing else. Yeah. I can only Glimpse and nothing else, right? Because I don't have black mana. Do I care about that Scapeshift? Oh, I do. I do care about that Scapeshift a lot. I mean, I have a 9-9, and I'm at 16, so... Actually, why do I care about the Minstrel so much? I have Splunking. And GG. Yeah, that was... I'm sorry, Princess Lily. I don't know what deck you're running, but... It's not good enough for Pioneer. Welcome back, everyone! Now that you saw all those Scape-shifted games, how does this deck feel? I was right. I was afraid that this deck was going to time out, and oh boy, did I time out. Now, I would... I mean... I'm not gonna say that this deck is not good. I will come clean and say that I think I played about what was it 5 games today, and I lost 1 game to Aggro. Every other game, I did win, but I felt like I won because our opponent just did not have the patience to fight through the deck. And I'm pretty sure I would have won every single one of those games that our opponent just kind of rage quit. But a lot of times it was a struggle to play the actual spell because there's a lot of clicking involved. Unfortunately, there's no way to get around that in Arena, and we have to click through every single one of these effects, right? Every time a land comes in, we have to choose which land do we sack for the Lotus Field. We have to choose which land do we bounce for the Average Archway. So all of those do take into our timer, and sometimes it's just... If I don't click fast enough, I'm going to time out and lose my turn because of it. Now, we don't lose the game, but losing a turn sometimes could cost us a game in the future, and that's definitely not fun. So that is something to consider, and I do think it's definitely a deck. It's definitely a deck that's very strong in the Pioneer metagame, but not great on Magic Arena, which is funny enough. I think this is probably one of the higher tier decks in Pioneer. So high up because of Thassa's Oracle win that I think it could be tier 1. If you play it right, if you have the correct sideboard, it could be a tier 1 deck. However, it is a deck that just is absolutely a dredge to play on Pioneer. Now, if you like that kind of solitaire kind of style of games, definitely try it out. But I would recommend if you do like this deck, build it. But then play it in bot matches first. Play it in bot matches 1 or 2 times just to get a feel of what you need to do before taking it to the actual game matches and see whether or not you can handle a real opponent's interaction. And yeah, this deck is really strong. It's very fun. It's very annoying, but it's the Thassa Oracle combo, right? It's like you're playing EDH. Alright, so that's really all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.